I don't know about you, but I hate this syntax. I hate this. Make a string, close the string, plus another string, plus open a string, another string, close a thing. If this gets much more complicated than this, that's going to be a huge pain in the neck. I already am not terribly happy about it. Also, my computer seems to be frozen for the second. So let's just reflect on how much we hate that. Yep, still wish I could do it another way. Well, thanks to our friend ES6, we can. There's a new way to create strings. Single quotes, double quotes, they act the same way. But there's another way to do it now. Do you know what I mean when I use the term literal as opposed to variable? I casually used the phrase object literal yesterday. You know what the difference is? So anytime I have like a raw value, like just the number 4, or a string that I'm actually defining with quotes around it, that's a literal as opposed to a variable. So that's a way of, having a piece of data without first saving it to something else, a literal. So this is a string literal with quotes around it. This is just a string. It's not a literal, it's a variable, right? This is another string literal. And you can create string literals with quotes. There's another way. There's a new kind of literal in town, and its name is the template literal. It still just creates strings, but it's a new syntax for creating strings with backticks instead of quotes. That is the same key as the tilde right under escape. Backtick. And the difference is it can do string interpolation. Anybody know what that is? Ever used it in a different language? Anybody know string interpolation? Yeah, what is it, Ferris?
It's basically when you have like placeholders for like variables that you want to format like a specific way.
Okay, like with printf or something like that? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, like printf.
So string interpolation, basically you're putting values, other values, in the middle of a string, like from variables, or really any expression at all. And template literals give us a way to do that in JavaScript. So now I can actually put my opening and closing paragraph tags right here. And I want to put the spell name variable right in the middle. Syntax for that, for string interpolation in JavaScript, $ curly braces. So inside $ curly brace, I just say spell name. I like that way better than having to close strings and put plus, 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 all that stuff, especially because we're about to get a little fancier than just making paragraphs. Does it work? Or is Uncle David lying to you again? I would never lie to you. Totally works. Heck yeah. So we can use string interpolation like this. We'll be using that a lot. Template literals or template strings. The data type that comes out, it's the same. It's just a good old string. But it's a new type of literal for creating them. Makes life easier. Now that's in our working copy. We want it to actually be in our repo, so we add it. Use a template literal. I'll be explicit here. Use an ES6 template literal so we know where it came from. It's from ES6 or ES 2015. Just like constant let. Now, commit actually made a checkpoint for it, right? And push will actually sync it with GitHub. Questions?